It's me again. Welcome to another episode of a Random Road Story. Hey, please like, please share, and please subscribe to this channel. Hey, I've been getting my numbers up pretty good, man. I appreciate everybody for subscribing and watching these videos. Hey, this story here took place in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And this happened in, I would say, sometime in the late 80s again. I know I've been doing a lot of my car breaking down stories, but this one here, man, was probably one of the wildest damn predicaments I was in as far as my car go. Um, Once again, I was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It was cold as hell up there because this story took place in the wintertime. Now, I was doing a week long tour with agent Keith Gisser, who was the owner of Historical Management at the time. And I want to give a shout out to Keith Gisser, man, because when I first started doing comedy and I had moved back to Ohio, Keith single-handedly kept my bills paid and some money in my pocket because he kept me booked, he kept me working, and he was a real treat and a real pleasure to work with because this dude had a great disposition. He was an honest dude, man, and like I said, he kept my calendar filled, man. If it wasn't for Keith, because I didn't have a whole lot of connections back then, and if it wasn't for Keith, I don't know if I would have been able to continue to do comedy. But he kept he kept me working, and I gained a lot of experience from being able to work with Keith. But once again, me and Keith was actually doing a tour together, and I was driving my car. I had a 1984 Nissan Sentra, and we had done a couple of the nights on the tour already. And one of the nights was in Sioux Falls, North Dakota. And we did the show that night. So during the night, there was a snowstorm. So the next morning, we get up to go do the next gig. It had snowed so much until the snow was up above the tailpipe on my car. So my tailpipe was buried. So we get in the car and I started up, man, to try to, well, I crank it over to try to get it started. And it did like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 turns, and it actually started up. Well, when it started up, man, that motor was knocking like hell. So what happened was it was so cold, and that oil had got so thick that it bent a push rod in that motor trying to get started. So that must have been a real strong battery, man, to turn that damn car over to even get it started. But it bent a push rod in the process. So I got to get my car towed because I don't want to drive it with the motor knocking like that. So we get it towed to a Nissan dealership. Then we had to rent a car, and the dealership say, "Hey, we'll check it out, find out what's wrong with you. So call us back in a few days, and we'll have a diagnosis of what's going on." So we rent a car. We go do the next gigs. I think one might have been in Des Moines, Iowa. I think one was in Sioux City, Iowa. Somewhere up in that area, man. We was doing different one-nighters and stuff. So after a couple of days, I called the dealership back, and they said, "Well, man, you got a bent push rod." He said because it was so cold when you started that car up, that oil was so thick that it bent the push rod. They say, so we're gonna have to break the motor down, replace the push rod, and put it all back together. Say we don't even have a price for you. We'll have to get that for you later because we're gonna see what it's gonna take to take this motor apart and stuff. So I do the rest of the gig, man, in a rental car, me and Keith. Then at the end of the gig, I have to drive the rental car back to Ohio. I have to turn it in. And now to get back to get my car, which is in Sioux Falls, North Dakota. I got to catch a cab. I'm sorry, not a cab. That'd have been an expensive ride. I got to catch a bus. So I was married at the time. I had a young son, Brandon. So we got on the bus in Akron, and we catch this bus all the way through Chicago. My wife had a friend that lived outside of Chicago, so they were going to stay with her friend until I went to pick up the car in South Dakota. So when we got to Chicago, they didn't have my luggage. They didn't have our luggage. Chicago bus terminal is huge, man. I mean, it is huge. And so they said that my luggage hadn't got there yet, which I don't understand because it was on the same bus we was on. So my wife's friend came out and picked us up from the bus station. We went back to their house. She was married. She had a husband. So we went back to their house, hung out. So every couple of hours, I would call the bus station and go, "Hey, man, is our luggage there yet?" And they could say, "No, it's not here yet." So we wait a couple more hours. I would call, "Hey, is the luggage there yet?" They said, "No, the luggage is not here yet." So finally, man, it's getting to be 8, 9 o'clock at night, and they still saying the luggage wasn't there. So my wife's friend's husband say, "Man, let's just go up to the bus station and see what's going on." So we drive all the way into Chicago, which was probably a good 30, 35-minute drive, man. So we go into the bus terminal. We go up to the baggage claim place, and I go, "Hey, look, we came in early today, and they say our luggage didn't come. So, here's the ticket, claim ticket. I need to, get my luggage, man. I need to catch another bus tomorrow, to go uh, to South Dakota, you know. So I need to get my luggage so I have some clothes to take with me." Well, they had somebody go back and look for the luggage. They came back and said, "We can't find the luggage." So I'm thinking, man, look, something is weird going on here. Ain't nowhere in the hell all these buses came in. Even if our luggage was on another bus, the luggage should be here yet. I mean, should be here by now. So I asked the guy, I go, "Man, look, I need to get that luggage. I need that luggage tonight." So he was like, "Well, I'll tell you what, man. Follow me. I'll show you where all the luggage is at, and you look and see if your luggage is back there." So I said, "Cool." So he takes me back where all this luggage was at. Man, there was luggage everywhere. I mean, on the floor and bins just lined up every damn where. Lucky for me, my bag that I had, which was like an overnight, well, not an overnight bag, it was like a garment bag. This garment bag was like loud green with yellow straps. So it was easy to see, it was easy to detect because it stood out. There wasn't hardly any other luggage that color. So I'm walking, man, down rows and rows of luggage back and forth, looking to see if I can find my bag somewhere. And lo and behold, man, I see this green bag with these yellow straps on it. And I walk up to it, look at the ticket, and that's my damn luggage. And right next to it is the luggage for my wife and my kid. So I go, "This is my stuff right here." And it's like, "Well, cool." So I show them the claim ticket, and I get my luggage. Me and my wife's friend's husband get back into the car, man. We drive back out to their house, and that was the strangest thing, man. I can't believe that they actually didn't have my luggage, or would nobody go back to look or take the time to find my luggage. But everything worked out all right, man. I got my luggage, and the next day I got on the bus and I headed out west to South Dakota to pick up my car. All right, man, that's it for that story. Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, please like, please subscribe, and please share on YouTube. Take care.